Goody Two Shoes. My name is Aubrie Rose. Welcome back to my channel and Happy New Year. I did not say that in my last video because my last video was a vlog from like 2 weeks ago. So yes, Happy New Year. I think this video is just gonna be like my January goals. Maybe I'll put 2023 goals. Let's do 2023 goals and then break it down into January goals because that sounds fun, and I don't have a lot of goals. They're just very large and they're gonna take a lot of time. So I'm gonna break it down into writing both my projects, and then we'll probably blog as well. Basically I just want to blog every day, post a blog post every day. So that one's fairly simple. And then social media, I just want to post consistently for the time being. I might try to later in the year put a focus on growing my platform a little bit, but right now it's mostly just posting consistently and actually posting. For personal stuff, just kind of to make a schedule, stick to it, and slowly add things onto my plate, but get into a good groove of writing, focusing on writing, and then figuring out how other things will play into my life, and figuring that out with writing, and then slowly adding more things. So like for instance, tomorrow I'm going to help homeschool my brother. I'm just gonna help him with like grammar, vocabulary. I'm gonna do the language stuff, and I'm gonna help him with that. And I'm also babysitting tomorrow, so this is my part-time job. And I'm doing both of those things, but I also need to make sure that I get my writing stuff done for the day, and that I wake up at a reasonable time so that I can do all of this stuff. So I'm probably gonna have to go to bed earlier than I have been. And yes, so that's basically all of the not writing goals, and then I have a reading goal. So I think that was everything on like the personal everything else side. It was actually kind of nice to get that out of the way first. Okay, so now writing stuff. I've got two projects. One is a romance series, and I'm labeling that as one project because I'm going to be, right now I'm working on the project as a whole pretty much, and then my other project is my serial fiction. So my goal for the serial fiction, that one's a little bit more simple, is in January I want to plot out the whole first season, and then meet with my dad every Sunday, and so we can talk about it and start making that a habit. And then excuse me, I want to watch The Sixth Sense because my story idea is very similar to that, and it's just gonna be like that, but the kid when the kid is older. That's, yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to watch that and then start writing one episode every week and publishing said episode every week. And that's gonna be really fun, and I'm really excited. And that is gonna be 40 episodes. I have them briefly, I've got them like summarized, and now I just need to plot all of them out. I'm doing pretty much 2 episodes a day. What is it, like 10 episodes a week? Yeah, that is it on that front. I'm really excited to start publishing and actually have some of my work out in the world and be like, hey, I am a writer and you could read my work on Wattpad, Inkit, and my blog, and just, you know, be like, you can read it here, which is really cool. So you can actually get a taste of my writing. And then my romance series, my YA contemporary romance series, has grown to like 6 books, 5 to 6 short stories. I can't remember how many stayed. Some of them are short stories, some of them are closer to novellas. I don't know exactly how that's going to be plotted out yet. I'm just slowly working on it. I have plotted out almost the entire first book in the series. That is, so for the year, I want to plot and outline the whole book series, and then I want to draft the book series as a whole. Then I want to take a look at it as a whole and make sure that all the plot threads are woven in well and like how I want them to be connected. That's mostly going to be the thing that I'm going to focus on there. And then once it's been entirely drafted, I am going to work on each book separately and like, okay, here's the first book, I'm going to get this ready to be published, and then do it with the next one, I may alternate between projects, like say I write a second draft and I want to take a little break from it, I might work on the next book in the series, or I'll work on a completely different project to just kind of be able to switch my brain. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I get to that point. I have to draft and outline everything first though, so I'm gonna do that first and then figure out where I'm gonna go from there. But yeah, so January, I'm almost done outlining the first book. I want to outline the first 4 books and the next 2 short stories that happen after that. I'm outlining them in order. So 4 books, 2 short stories, and I think that goes into like a Christmas story. And then as soon as I'm finished with that, I'll just keep outlining the series, whichever one comes next. Should be another book after that. And then I think they alternate between books and short stories / novellas. So yeah, that's probably going to go into February, and I don't think I'm going to start drafting until March, but maybe February. We'll see what happens. And yeah, normally my goals are a little bit more stricter, like I have deadlines. In this case, I'm like, okay, I have my tasks that I'm doing every day, and as long as I hit those, I'm good, and I will see what happens when I get to that point instead of trying to make all the decisions before I even got to that point. So I think I'm taking it better. I'm kind of taking a little bit more chill approach, but it's also like I'm still doing things. So I think it's good and I think it's okay. And I'm very happy with this feeling. Like I feel very chill, but also very accomplished. So hopefully this continues. It's only been, 2 days of working on this stuff. And yeah, so I think that's it for goals and kind of what I've been doing so far. Oh, reading goals. I think I wanted to go over that. So I had my reading goals. I knew which books I was going to be reading, and I knew kind of like an order in which I was going to be reading them. And then yesterday I went to Half Price Books and I bought 5 books, and I started reading one that wasn't even on my list for this year. Oh, it's this one. It's so cute, you guys. And there's like 5 books in here. So there's The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And then there is The Body Snatchers. Then Markham, Olala, and The Suicide Club. So I want to read this whole book, and then that'll be just like, that'll be like my first 5 books for the year, because I can't find this book on Goodreads. I can find other books that look like this, but like the same publication, but can't find that one. So I just found all the short stories, and I'm gonna be marking them off on Goodreads individually. Yes, so that was not on my list. My list was to finish, I have all these books right here. So I was gonna finish Gilded and then read Cursed. I call it Cursed because that sounds better with Gilded. It's actually just Cursed. That's what Marissa Meyer says, but I am a rebel and I think it sounds better. And then I got Cress and Winter in Italian for Christmas, so I was going to reread the Lunar Chronicles. I was going to read Cinder, Scarlet, then read Cress, both in English and Italian, so that way I can understand it better and learn more of it, and then Winter in English and Italian. And then I was either going to take a break and read some of these other books that I have on my TBR, or I was going to go straight into my J.R.R. Tolkien, fascination. We rewatched The Hobbit recently, and we watched the first Lord of the Rings movies. It was 2 discs, but movie. And yeah, so I was just like surrounded again, or like reintroduced to all the plotting and the world building, and having been in the trenches of plotting and outlining, it was just really cool to see. And I was like, I want to know everything about everything in this world, so I'm gonna reread The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings and all the J.R.R. Tolkien books in this world, because there are a lot and it's crazy and I want to read them all. So I also have The Hobbit right here. We had a different copy of The Hobbit and it got like kind of torn to bits, but I'm sad that we don't have it anymore. I was gonna read that one, but I'm gonna read this one instead. And yeah, we have The Hobbit, we have the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then we have like the Children of Hurin? I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, so I'm gonna read The Hobbit and then the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and then I've got a list of other books. But then I found out that those aren't even all the books in the Middle Earth world, so I'm gonna have to find more of them. I don't know what order they go in. I tried to look, and I like the first article that I found, I'm like, oh, this is it, and this is gonna be easy. No, there's more. He didn't list them all. It's fine. But yeah, that is my reading plan, but it's already gone astray because I bought this book. I bought Dracula, and then I bought my favorite book, which is Ella Enchanted. It's over there. I'm not gonna grab it. And then I'm using this to hold up my phone. Hold on, can I grab it? I got two of these books. So this one is M.R. James, or Mr. James? No, I think it's M.R. James. Ghost Stories. So it's like gothic fantasy. It's beautiful. You can't really see it in its full glory, but it's fine. And then it's got these really cool like silver pages in the middle that feel like plastic. And I have not started these, but I'm so excited to do it. I got Ghost Stories and I got Haunted Mansion, or Haunted House Stories. Haunted House Short Stories. And that one's really cool looking too. That one's like silver and blue. And those ones, I'm thinking about like reading them and then writing out or working on my serial, because it's also ghosts and haunted things. And yeah, so I might make that part of my creative process, reading those. I think that would be really fun. I think that is everything. Let me know what your 2023 goals or resolutions are, if you want to, if you're writing, what you're planning on reading, if you're a mood reader like I sort of am and you just read whatever despite your goals. Yeah, whatever you want to talk about. And I would love to chat with you. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one, which is going to be a very fun video about my serial fiction. I've done some more research things on it, and I'm so excited to start writing it, and I can't wait to tell you guys more about it. That will be Friday, so stay tuned. Oh, and I'm planning on going live on Saturday, but I'm also babysitting, so I don't know when that's gonna happen, or if it is going to happen, but I do want to start going live on Saturdays and just doing writing sprints sessions. Let me know if you would prefer me to like do that during my romance series or during my serialized fiction. If you guys are more into romance writing and you would prefer to talk about that project while I'm working on it, or if you would prefer to talk about my Ghost Girl supernatural project, because I probably will be answering questions. So which project would you prefer to hear about? I will try to go live while I'm working on that project on Saturdays, or I might just do both. We'll see what happens, but if you have a preference, let me know. I think that's it for real this time. All right. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one on Friday. Bye.